oh, I guess everybody could take a little deep breath because no, it was not serious. Although the video this morning was a video about Drake Maye not showing up to practice, it was not due to his shoulder injury, but due to an illness. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and an illness? Out of all this time, he's sick. All the overreacting that we did, it just turns out that he is sick. I guess. Okay. I guess we can all relax now. It doesn't mean that big of a deal, but he's under the weather, obviously. If you guys don't remember, though, about 11 years ago when the Patriots were taking on the Seahawks in Super Bowl 49, another quarterback happened to have a cold before going up against the Seattle Seahawks. And, oh yeah, that was Tom Brady. So maybe we're getting deja vu all over the place. But thought I'd come on here, give you guys an update on Drake Maye, his injury update, because he didn't show up at practice. And everybody, including all Patriots beat reporters, all Patriots media members, and the first question that Mike Vrabel was asked was, well, where's your quarterback? Well, we got you covered here. Needed to get you guys updated. He is sick, but make sure you subscribe to Patriots Today so you don't miss out on a single thing. So let's talk about it. This tweet came out at 11:07, and it was like, Drake Maye, not present at practice. Also didn't see Harold Landry, Thayer Mumford Jr., Robert Spillane, and Terrell Jennings was not here. And everybody was freaking out. What is going on? Is his shoulder hurt? Is it terrible? Is he going to play? What's going on? Well, then Mike Vrabel, he went to the podium. He came in with all smiles because he knew that he was going to say, oh, he's just sick. And you see that from Mike Reiss, the Patriots ESPN reporter, saying no, it was due to an illness and, of course, his shoulder injury, but that wasn't the reason why he didn't practice. It was because he was sick. And I will say, keeping him out of practice, that is a smart thing to do. You do not want your entire team getting sick before the Super Bowl. If you go back 20 years to the 2006 AFC Championship game where the Patriots led 21-3 in the RCA Dome against the Indianapolis Colts, everybody got sick. And, of course, then people at Indianapolis, they turned off the AC, turned up the heat, and everybody started getting sick and thrown up. You don't want that in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's 9 days away. If you get sick, who knows if it's going to be 3 days, 4 days, or even longer than a week. So I do not blame keeping him out of practice. I don't blame it at all. And you could see from Evan Lazar talking, kind of aggregating what Mike Vrabel said at practice, and he was out with an illness. He did not practice on Friday. But he also added that Maye would have practiced if he wasn't sick. So that's not going to be some huge type of deal. But I will say, even though he was sick, he was still in the facility, because here's what Mike Vrabel said when he was asked all these questions during the press conference. And they asked him, was he at the facility today? He came to work? Yeah. Well, then they asked, is he still here, or did the illness send him home? And then Mike Vrabel said, I don't know where he's at right now, but I think he's here. And then they asked, is he able to participate in meetings? Mike Vrabel said, he was, yes. And then one thing that I will make note is they asked him, how did the shoulder respond after practice yesterday? And the best part about it, I would say favorably. Yeah, it was fine. And then they asked the craziest question, which Mike Vrabel got a little bit annoyed, and they asked him, how much was he able to practice? And he said, however you would label limited. That's how much he practiced. It wasn't the full. So if it's not full, it's down to limited. So I don't know what percentage of normal work. It's pretty clear. If you're not, don't take normal reps or whatever you would normally take. So it wasn't that much. I'm wishing Drake Maye gets healthy. I hope he is going to be all right. But we'll see how that shoulder is when they get to San Fran next week, because they are not practicing for the rest of the week. They will travel. You saw how they're having the send-off later, and we'll see how he progresses once we get later down the weeks, because he said he felt good yesterday. He said he did throw, and if the coach and the quarterback says that, hey, it's moving in a favorable direction, you got to think he's going to be 100% once you get to the Super Bowl next Sunday. If you're ready for it already, guys, because it is now Friday. It is 5 days since the Patriots beat the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship game, and I'm looking forward to a game, but it's not 2 days from now. It is 9 days from now, so it's a long time. It's going to be a long wait. Hit that thumbs up icon if you want it to be already, because I can't wait much longer. The anticipation is starting to grow. It's starting to grow a lot. And if you want to rep the Patriots and hopefully get a t-shirt before the Super Bowl. Well, if you want to rep the Pats, if you want to rep Tom Brady, and you want to rep Drake Maye, well, go get your t-shirts today. Chatsports.com/we're back. That in the comments and description of today's video. You can get it in the navy blue. You can also get it in the black. I got it in both because you know what? I designed this t-shirt myself, and I thought you guys would want this as well. So go ahead, go down in the comment section, chatsports.com/we're back. Get them while supplies last. I don't know how long we are going to be selling these t-shirts. So I also wanted to come back to this tweet talking about practice because obviously Drake Maye isn't the only injury that we have seen. Harold Landry, Thayer Mumford, Robert Spillane, and Terrell Jennings also not here. Terrell Jennings did suffer a hamstring injury. He hurt it, so we don't know the extent of that, but he is still not on. He's still on the injured reserve and not activated. I will say, I'm really looking at Spillane and Landry, and this was Mike Vrabel's quote in the press conference when they asked him about that. He said, "All I can tell you is that they didn't practice today, and I don't know what's going to happen 9 days from now." Or however many days that is. So what that tells me is that that's not great. It's not great at all. Because compared to what he's talking about Drake Maye, oh, he's 100% going to playing. He's going to be fine. I don't see this as any sort of concern. He would say something like in that sense if Spillane or Landry were going to play. But I will say, I'm more concerned about Robert Spillane than I am concerned about Harold Landry. I'm not concerned about the defensive line at all. I'm not concerned about the edge rushers at all. They have stepped up because Harold Landry, this isn't not the only game that he has missed. And if you look at some of the players that have stepped up, specifically Anthony Jennings and Elijah Ponder, everybody on that edge side, they have played some of their best football of their career. I know Elijah Ponder is a rookie, but Anthony Jennings, I mean, look at what he has done in the playoffs, man. I said this man couldn't sack anybody. Couldn't sack a Foxborough high schooler. And look at, these are only 3 games. He's got 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 9 pressures. And oh yeah, he already has more sacks in 3 games in the playoffs than he did all of the 2024 season. Anthony Jennings has proven himself to be one of the best backup edges on this team, and he is a huge depth piece for this. Do you guys remember that he was supposed to be traded back in August, then at the trade deadline? And he said, oh, we're locking in. They kept him, and it has paid off tremendously that the Patriots did not trade him. Now, do I expect him to have a huge part in the Super Bowl? 110%, because Harold Landry probably won't play, and if he does, he's going to be very limited. So Anthony Jennings on that right side with how good he is playing, if he can get to Sam Darnold, it is going to help this Patriots defense. And then you move back a little 5 yards back to the linebackers. Well, Jack Gibbons has been solid. I wouldn't say he's Robert Spillane good, but putting on the green dot and as a backup, I have trust in him. I wouldn't say as much trust as I have in him as Anthony Jennings, but the fact that he has come in, still has 81 tackles, 1 fumble recovery, 8 tackles for loss, and he can command this defense. Not as good of a tackler, a little bit more missed tackles, but he can come in and help this team. But we need Spillane out there. I'm confident, though, in this defense to help the Patriots win another Super Bowl. So I'm going to ask you guys the same question. Do you have confidence in this defense without Spillane or Landry? Go down in the comment section. Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. And also while you're down there, hit that sub button. We got you covered all throughout Super Bowl week. We will be in San Fran next week. We're going to get interviews. We're going to get content. Going to bring everything to you guys right here on the channel. Don't miss out. Hit that sub button right now. And as always, let's go Pats.